Alrighty. Hello, I'm here again, and I found the documentary type video that Aunt Hime made. So, just like her update video that she made, I will give my own commentary over what's said in it, and we will go from there. So, let me move OBS to the side, and here we are.
Honey, I'm home. I'm back from committing war crimes. And why does my very convenient cheating detector say that there's another man in this very house at this very moment? What the heck?
I have a feeling this has to do with apparently Froot not being entirely faithful to who she has been with, something like that.
Is there someone in that closet, honey? I swear, there's no one in there. Please, please just don't check the closet. That's it, I'm checking the goddamn closet, you freaking whore!
Okay, I don't quite what's getting on, but, you know, skeletons in your closet, I guess.
Oh, there's just random skeletons in that closet. How strange, but at least I'm not getting cheated on. Wait, who the fuck
Trump.
is that? Is that Donald freaking Trump? Am I getting cheated on by fucking Trump of all people?
Why, yes, and you are getting cheated on by the greatest president of all time. As I would like to say, you should have grabbed her by the pussy to avoid all of this.
Hi, honey, I'm home
Oh my.
from doing drone strikes with Obama.
I swear to God, this is going to be a long day.
Yeah, this video is about 40 minutes, I think it is. Hopefully, I will be able to give a good commentary over it, like I did her second video. But I don't know. I haven't seen this video, so I don't know what information she's going to have. The only information that I know of is the stuff that she gave updates or addendums to on her update video. And of course, she is saying that this is just to tell us about stuff, not to be a hateful thing.
For those who have been following VTuber dramas or corporations, you may have heard of this American VTuber company called VShojo.
Yep, although she didn't use her nickname from the second video.
Or VShojo.
Oh, never mind. There it is.
So, as I would like to refer to them, I'm kidding. VTuber companies have always been known for their strict rules upon their talents. But what happens?
Oh, I meant to pause it. Yeah, VTuber companies are very strict when it comes to what they can do. As far as I know, VTuber companies are very much the same as idol companies for idol agencies from Japan, and they have a lot of restrictions as far as what you can do. Like, one of the most common restrictions that I have heard of is that if you are an idol with your agency, if you're an idol, you can't date anybody. And then there's also probably other morality type clauses. And what I mean by that is where you need to always have a nice proper image to yourself. You can't be doing things that would make yourself look bad and then at the same time make the agency look bad as well.
If you give them total talent freedom.
Yep, I will say, as far as I know, VShojo doesn't have anything like that, even though they are considered an agency. It feels more like it's a partnership type thing with the people that are with them. Because as far as I know, all of them are independent. Yeah.
In this first episode of my VShojo documentary, we are going to talk about Apricot Froot's shady past. And how she ended up being one of the most problematic, or maybe even political figures when it comes to the VTuber genre.
Yeah, this is one of the things that I heard about I was watching another VTuber a while back, and I was watching another VTuber some time ago, and she made a comment about this, and I was like, really? That's just kind of like them. Not well. What I mean by them, I mean people who will constantly remind you that they are allies or good people. Mostly being aligned on the left side of the political spectrum. But a lot of times, not always, but there are a lot of people like that who are hypocritical. Like, I guess in this case, Will Froot was going to be donating money to people. Donating money to a organization called Mermaids, and apparently she never has.
Figures when it comes to the VTuber genre. I'll be using screenshots from a bunch of different sources and my own recording, so you the viewer will be well aware that none of it was Photoshop or fake. Now, without further ado, whoop-de-doo, let's start from the beginning, shall we?
I mean, it's very good that none of this stuff is going to be faked or whatnot. I don't think they should actually show images as far as the not safe work images that she was able to find of Froot, but we will see what happens. I hopefully won't need to do any sort of like editing when it comes to trying to cover up stuff. But this is the information that she found, and she says that it's supposed to be all real, none of it fake.
Apricot Froot, or previously known by her Discord alias BSApricot or Danielle, is a British VTuber who started
Yeah, I knew that she was British, although I think a lot of people knew that she was British.
her online career by doing digital art commissions and by having...
Yeah, I have noticed, I have seen some art of her. Some art that she has done before, and I think the art is fine. I think the art is good. But yeah, it's kind of interesting that she started out as an artist, but I do know that there are a few VTubers that start out like that as well.
A 4chan military-esque custom patchwork store with her previous husband on Facebook and 4chan or...
Oh, so she was married before? That's interesting. The reason why I say that's interesting is because when I see some of the VTubers that I watch, they all seem to be like in their early 20s, and because of that, they all feel a lot younger than I do. And from there, I don't assume any of them to be married or have, husbands or wives. But I wouldn't be surprised if Froot could be around my age, and that might be why she's had a husband, and it sounds like she's on husband number 2, which is odd. Maybe she should wait a bit before she jumps into another marriage.
Commando. Their old business was called Apricot and Sinks Patchworks.
Oh, that's cool. Let me go back.
Their old business was called Apricot.
That's cool. I mean, there's nothing wrong with people wanting to do that. And I don't think she's saying that there's anything wrong with them doing that. She's just trying to give a timeline as far as what Froot and the people around her have been doing. But I don't know what her political stance is on military type stuff. But I do know that a lot of people who a lot of people who align themselves with the left politically, they do not have how do I say it? Those people, not always, but at times I've seen that they don't have a good opinion of those who are in the military. They don't have a good opinion of those who are in the military, what they have done in the military, and those who support the military and other things around the military, like guns.
Cup and Sinks Patchworks. Froot has a knack for drawing and cosplay, which is currently...
Never seen a cosplay, but she's a VTuber, so it makes sense that I wouldn't have seen her cosplay. I've never seen any of her drawing streams, but with what I've seen of her art, I think it's fine.
Showing up a lot in her VTuber era. She enjoys drawing on streams or doing artwork for other members of VShojo.
Oh, that sounds pretty cool. Oh yes, I did forget about this. I did forget that she did show... I did forget that she did that a long while ago. And when I saw that, I was like, yep, she's pretty. Not every VTuber is going to be like that, though. I mean, I have a feeling that if anybody likes how I look, how my VTuber model looks, you might be somewhat disappointed if you saw my real self. But again, I will say, if you really want to see my real self, I do make 18+ content on the hub, so you can scan the QR. You can scan the QR code if I have it on the screen somewhere, or you can use, or you can click the link and get to my link tree, and then from there you can find my hub account. Although that's only for 18+ and only, so don't go there if you're not 18+.
And she did a face reveal since she enjoys taking pics or wearing costumes for her followers or people on Discord.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, like I had just mentioned, I do 18+ content, and if I get requests to do some things, which doesn't happen very often, but sometimes I get requests or suggestions, as long as it was something I'm comfortable with, I tend to do them.
Her ex-husband's online alias is Desynchronizer. Not much is known about him due to privacy reasons.
No, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with wanting to be private. I mean, with the internet as it is, you have to be somewhat private with your information, or else it's going to be used by people you don't want. Excuse me. I feel like I might be bumping a bit. I should have taken some stuff from my nose, because it feels like it's getting a bit clogged up again.
All we know is he was a tanker for the American military.
Oh, that's cool.
And he knows how to make patches due to previous partnership or business.
That's pretty cool. I don't know how to do anything like that. I got a 3D printer and a few other little things like that, but I don't know how to make anything from scratch. I'm not artistic or in all that.
Froot is an artist, and her husband worked on the patches. Desync was being deployed by the military, while Froot was being terminally online.
Ah, the classic. Yeah, that's a classic story that a lot of military men go through, where stuff happens. Stuff happens to their wives and family when they are deployed for the amount of time that they are. And I think most of the deployments are at least 6 months. I'm not for sure, but I want to say that I want to say that that might be at least the minimum, and that is a long time for a family to be without one of its members.
Another important figure in Froot's life that's also related to her online work is her mom.
Don't know anything about Froot's mom. I did not think that Froot's mom was going to be of any relevance to the stuff.
Seriously, her own mommy likes to defend her.
Ah, that's right. I do remember in the second video, Aunt made a comment about Froot's mom doing stuff, although when I first heard about, when she first mentioned Froot's mom, I was thinking of Froot's artist, that kind of mom, but not like her actual mom.
On Twitter, whenever she gets into drama, I don't even know what to fucking say. Relating to...
Not gonna lie, I think that's kind of weird. I definitely think that's kind of weird for your mom to be jumping into internet drama that you are a part of and then saying stuff. I remember a story I can tell is I remember once I came back from trying to donate plasma, and I told my mom about what I had, and she decided to call. I did not ask her to do so, but I felt a little embarrassed that she decided to call and yell at them for what they did. Not that they did anything necessarily wrong, but yeah, there was some trouble, I guess the best way to say it. But I felt a little embarrassed when my mom did that. But all in all, it's weird.
To her patchwork business with her ex-husband, they had some issues with it. They were never able to ship out orders of...
Oh, that's not good. I mean, if you're going to make a product, you need to be able to deliver it.
Their military enemy patches.
Oh, yeah. I was going to pause because I thought Aunt said that they were being sent to military people.
Relating to her patchwork business with her ex-husband, they had some issues with it. They were never able to ship out orders of their military enemy patches. Some were
Okay, so I did hear it right the first time. She didn't. Okay.
able to get refunds, and some weren't.
Yeah, I mean, if you didn't get what you're supposed to get, you should be able to get a refund for what it is.
While all of this was happening, Froot wasn't actually helping with her husband's business.
Oh, what was she doing then if she wasn't helping with the business? I mean, I imagine that she made all the art, but what was Froot doing then?
Oh no, she was cheating on him while he was deployed to Afghanistan
Oh.
in early 2018.
Yeah, like I said, the classic story of stuff happening to the family while the husband or even wife is gone for military service. Yeah, I'm not surprised. It's a classic story, although it does show it's not good for a lady, or even it's not good for a wife or a husband to cheat, and especially cheat when the wife or husband is deployed for many months. I understand that the spouse at home, that's probably the proper way to say it, that the spouse at home may be lonely and whatnot, but part of being a good and healthy marriage is being strong enough to get through the lonely periods that your spouse is not around. And apparently Froot was not able to do that.
She had an affair with two of her patch co-workers. There are rumors circulating around Twitter that there were 5 guys she cheated on, but that's
5 guys. Okay, well, the joke landed quite well with me.
a false statement, according to one of the people she cheated on.
I don't know this thing about, oh, there were 5 people. Nah, it's all bullshit. It was literally just me and a dude named Busy. She strung me along, and when she was done with me and I outed her, you know, she cast me to the curb and, you know, played the,
Yeah, that's mean.
was just a stalker. There was nothing between us. That one time that, you know, he and I got intimate in those Discord DMs, that was just me being drunk. And I have the screenshots of when I gave him basically his Jody letter.
Okay, new info.
Oh. Well, that's mean. Because, well, yeah, it's not nice to string men along, to string anybody along, but it happens. And it is... Yeah, it's not nice to do that. And then that's the other thing when it comes to men doing stuff with women. There's always the possibility that it could go wrong. And what I mean by that is the lady on the receiving side could always do like what he said, where she was just going to claim he was a stalker and let it be that. And then, well, if somebody thinks you're a stalker, they're not really going to listen to anything that you say. And then there's other things that she could have said as well that would discredit whatever he may say if the stuff were to come up as far as, you know, what's going on with him and her and the infidelity that she is doing.
Information. There are probably 5 guys because someone leaked Fruit's nudes. But Sina and the other person he was talking about in the video aren't sure on who leaked it. Going back to the story, Fruit apparently outed Sina for just being a stalker, so he retaliated.
Right. Yeah, that's what I said. I mean, if you're going to be outed as a stalker as a guy, it's going to be used as a way to lower your credibility with what you're going to say. And as far as I know, Froot is has quite a decent size of people watching her and whatnot. So there were many people who would not want that kind of situation to happen, but it had.
Retaliated by posting these screenshots of the affair, which might also be the reason why her nudes have been leaked by someone else. Not Sina, but by someone else. Keep in mind that he was real devastated over the situation because from his
yeah, you should not cheat on your husband. That also goes to say that you shouldn't cheat on your wife either. If you have a problem, you need to talk it out, and if it can't be fixed, then you just need to divorce.
Previous knowledge, Froot said the relationship with her husband wasn't healthy or they weren't a thing anymore by the time.
I mean, that's fine, then you just get a divorce. You don't stay married and then cheat.
Froot and one of her patch co-workers started flirting, when in reality, her husband was currently deployed in Afghanistan. Here are the leaked
Yeah, she was probably lonely. But that doesn't mean that what she did was right.
DMs from one of the men she cheated on. I was thinking about you. I just finished and my back and legs keep twitching. I was thinking about you as well.
Well, I guess he climaxed hard. Although I don't, for the 18+ videos I make, I don't think I've climaxed that hard yet in one of my videos.
Well, lol. Yeah, I'm just having the usual aftermath muscle spasm. I can't help my feelings toward.
It sounds like that she may have climaxed too. Okay.
It's you. Holy shit, I miss feeling this good. Me too.
Well, I mean, I'm happy that they felt good, but cheating is still not good.
Oof. Yes, ma'am. As much as I wanted, I'm too tired to do it. Gotta go to bed and dream about someone fucking me to sleep.
Okay.
Okay. Quote unquote someone. I'm gonna keep going. CX. Haven't finished, eh? It wouldn't take this long if I was in charge. Anyway, good night.
Well, I mean, that's kind of sexy, but, yeah, this is Froot. She's supposed to be an idol, I guess, maybe. Not exactly for sure, but you imagine most VTubers to be, unless you start, how do I say it? Whenever I think of VTubers, I normally think of ladies who are pretty innocent, even if they act lewd or edgy when streaming. Most of the time, I still think that that's more of an act, that they're comfortable doing it on stream, but not that it goes outside of streaming, because it's just an act with them streaming. So I don't really think of VTubers like this. Yeah.
Oof, yeah, I'll just be feeling good. Oh fuck. Good night, cutie.
I mean, it definitely sounds like that they had a more of a... excuse me. It sounds like that the relationship was definitely more than just, friends.
I mean, if so, why not just tell me? Just, I've been strung along this whole time?
Yeah, I do agree, he should. I do agree, that, you need to know if you're being strung along. But, of course, if somebody is stringing you along, they probably won't admit it. But, let's see what Froot says.
1. I wasn't in a relationship when we were closer, and he decided to take me back. And as shitty as it is, I've been prepared to see how things go if I met him in person again.
What? I mean, yeah, you may not have been in a relationship, but you was definitely doing stuff that was more than friends. I mean, people random strangers do, but when you're friends with somebody, you don't just, how do I say it? You don't just have cyber sex with them, even if it's just through text.
It's hard to let go of something people tell me to let go of. Next, is it pushing me down mentally? Yeah. Is it causing me to be depressed? Yeah. Is it ridding all self-esteem I had for myself? Yeah. But just the thought of losing them hurts too much. After all of that, to hear is what Sinelsticks, one of her previous partners, said about the situation in a thread. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you, Chief. I don't believe in the whole leaking nudes for revenge thing or for much of any reason.
Yeah, I don't believe that you should leak somebody's lewd images. It's not nice. And I don't know if it gets revenge. I don't know if it would be a good revenge anyways.
At that. And I don't know where this whole rap or news came from that there were nudes of her out there. Despite my K days being long behind me, I never once saw anything posted or leaked. And I was on talking terms with her husband, and know for a fact he never leaked anything.
Well, I mean, at least it's good that the husband wasn't the one who leaked it. The only reason why I say that is, well, regardless of who you are, you shouldn't leak somebody's lewd images, even if you happen to be the husband. You shouldn't just share them around. I mean, the same is true if the genders were swapped. You shouldn't leak your husband's naughty pictures either if you're a wife. You just shouldn't leak people's. You should not leak people's nude images.
It's just people's wishful thinking in my opinion, so don't wear yourself out trying to find what isn't there. Also, for future reference, I don't think asking someone for the nudes of the person that hurt them is a smart idea usually. I say that respectfully because I'd usually tell you to go kick rocks.
I mean, if I was mad at you and you asked me for my nudes, I would not give them to you. Cause it's like, why? Why should I give them to you? You're a bad person to me.
Now, I could sit here and correct a lot of things that have been said, and even add more proof, but the drama has run its course, and for my sanity, it needs to be buried. She swept this under the rug, and though I didn't have the luxury to do the same, I handled the drama poorly. But, as I said above, trying to go anywhere with any of this proof will go nowhere, as I have seen on VT and many other places. People either don't care understandably, or come up with the most absurd reasons to defend her, despite only knowing of her existence as a VTuber.
Yes, that is true. When it comes to VTubers, you really only know what you see, what the VTuber chooses to show. I mean, being a VTuber is an anonymous thing, and that is a good thing, but it also means that there's information, how do we say it? That also means that stuff is hidden from you that possibly you would want to know. I shouldn't say want to know, but maybe may not be a bad thing if you did know it. Like for me, I am extremely honest, and I will tell you, and I will tell you that I do 18+ content, so that if you do like my content here, whatever it is, I'm not exactly for sure what the content on YouTube will be quite yet, but the ideal is that if you do see my 18+ content, hopefully you will know that it is separate from doing VTubing stuff, trying to do my VTubing stuff, but also that what you see is well, how do I say it? That whatever image you might have of me behind this model may not be true. But also, the other thing is that I do reading and commentary type stuff on the hub as well. So if you really like that kind of stuff, this isn't really much different, other than I'm not reading anything. But it's still the kind of commentary that I do.
It's a private matter at the end of the day, and it should have stayed that way. Though I am to blame for not doing a better job of choosing who I showed my proof to. Was just eager to defend myself against a bigger person who had a lot more pull than me, I suppose. I won't lie, but there was a time I would have loved to see people give her shit and potentially cancel her.
Yeah, I understand. I understand with being angry, and at least during the beginning part of that anger, you want to see the person to be punished severely, but I don't think that's a healthy way to that's not a healthy feeling to keep. It's probably not good to have that feeling to begin with, not anger, but the want or the desire for something bad to happen to the person you're angry at. But either way, it's good that he doesn't feel that way anymore.
But I'm well past that. It just ain't healthy. The only thing I will add about Froot, because it isn't drama involving me, is that she did screw over a friend of mine who runs a patch shop. Made him wait 2 years for a tacky design, only to one day ban him from her Discord without notice. Block him, then refund him, because as she said, I wasn't charging enough at the time. Sure, he got his money back, but he waited 2 years and had to cancel a design that was previously promised to potential buyers.
That's unfortunate. Because if the image was posted to the Discord, I imagine that there were probably many people who may have been anticipating that design and then want to buy it. It's always sad. There's always some bit of sadness when a product doesn't come out.
Alright, in my opinion, before we continue this, I feel like, yeah, this dude, Sinnoh, he seems nice, but thing is, if something is like right, I suppose, you gotta like shed some
one thing I
into it.
will say, Froot has some long fingernails. It could be fake. The other thing is, as Anne is saying, I don't think, I agree, so far it doesn't seem like this guy is bad or anything. He just maybe got mixed up with the wrong people.
Try to bring like justice, like that's just how I see things. I don't wanna leave things in the dark or let the wrong people be at the top, if you get what I'm saying. Her ex-husband had a public social media fight or divorce with her.
Oh my, that's a lot. I'm not gonna read that.
Also had a couple of things to say about the situation.
Yeah, he definitely had something to say. I mean, well, your wife cheated on you. You're going to have an opinion, and maybe a big opinion to give. Oh. Huh? Oh.
Baba Booey.
Oh, he was just a stalker. There was nothing between us. There was
Even if she believes that there was nothing between them, or, well, I was going to say, or he was just being used, but that could still imply that there was nothing between them. That there was nothing between them from her viewpoint, from her point of view. Sorry, that doesn't mean that he, the one who was being strung along, did not see that there was something there.
Oh, that's interesting. Thinking emoji. I still never expected to see the simp population have a few people who don't have their head up their ass. Too bad they weren't there when she had left me. What a wonderful place the internet is.
Yeah, I mean the internet is comprised of a whole bunch of different people.
At Weeboo Operator. Yeah, I was kinda surprised. Woke up for work and saw this on my regular feed. I think it's been about 5 years since it happened, so...
Oh my, well, I do hope that he is better now, since it's been 5 years.
I'm over it now. No one believed me back then when I spoke about it, so these memes make me laugh. But all the same, it reminds me, I'm still bitter about the whole thing.
Well, I mean, yeah, it makes sense that he would be bitter. Your wife cheated on you, and the patch shop business, patch business that you wanted to make, was trying to do, is no more, it seems. Excuse me. feel like I'm bumping a bit for some reason. I don't know why.
After all, no one gets married to get divorced. It's kind of funny though, the drama went international. Elamao? After that chapter of Fruit's life, you'd think she'll have a change of heart or become better, right?
Well, I mean, you would think that, but I have a feeling Aunt Hime is going to say no.
We may never know for certain if she did change, but after her rebrand and VTuber debut on the 27th of...
Yeah, I don't know if I remember I saw her when she first showed herself on Lootcast, when it was Silverveil, Mel, and Iron Mouse. But I don't know if that's her actual debut or if she had like an actual debut stream. But I didn't see that.
November 2020, she got into more controversies, and some of her previous friends who I got connections with ended up stating that
So what did she do after that? I'm kind of curious.
they don't like or feel like she changed as a person at all. Speaking of controversies, we are going to dive deeper into her history, so strap on, ladies and gents. Hogwarts Legacy.
Oh, yeah, this whole thing was a big fiasco. One VTuber, Silverveil, she was harassed into oblivion and doxxed. I don't know of any of the doxed information, but she got doxxed, she got harassed, she ended up crying because of all the mean things people were saying. Pikami, she ended up leaving. It's very possible that the harassment was just part of it, but not what actually led her to leave. But yeah, that wasn't very good. Although Mayoshi Pippa, she after hearing all of this, she went to fight a little bit, and well, that was fun.
A Harry Potter game released on February of this year was basically...
I'm not surprised. How do I say it? My guess is that Froot may be of the mindset that the Harry Potter game was evil, and that was why, and that may have led into maybe why she wanted to get donations. I mean why she wanted to donate to mermaids, or at least, yeah, something like that. Although I may not be completely right. I am assuming that she is at least of the that she could be of the side that she could be of the thinking that the Wizard game was evil.
For the lack of a better term, ass blasted by Twitter users left and right due to it being a, well, Harry Potter game. What's the problem of Harry Potter, you mean?
Well, there's truly no problem with Harry Potter. They're just people who are crazy.
I ask, other than British people like Fruit? Well, the creator of the series, J.K. Rowling, is a TERF. And a lot of Twitter users took offense to that, even though J.K. Rowling had nothing to do with the game itself. On the 11th of February, one of V Shoujo's former members, Silverveil, decided to play the game on stream without any ill intentions. Keep that in mind.
Well, of course, just playing the game doesn't mean that you are a TERF. Does not mean that you are an evil person. People who believe that playing the game or liking Harry Potter or any of that stuff, and anybody that believes that liking or playing that stuff makes you an evil person or an exclusionary act, you're crazy, and well, you need some help.
But she got bullied by Twitch chat and Twitter for playing the game. Now, you may be asking yourself,
I didn't really think about it, but I'm not surprised if Fruit didn't defend her at all. That she may have just stayed quiet.
What does Fruit have to do with this situation? First, let's talk about how V Shoujo management didn't do anything about the bullying situation for one of their talents. And to add more,
I would not be surprised if V Shoujo, as a company itself, could have also been of the same mindset that that Harry Potter is evil, because for whatever reason people believe it it excludes trans people or whatever, something like that. I'm trying to word it in a way that sounds fine or whatnot, but yeah, I would not be surprised if BSApricot also leans that direction as well.
More fuel to the fire. Froot had this to say about the stream. I love all of my friends. Everyone makes mistakes. It's only human.
She didn't make a mistake playing the game. There's nothing wrong with her playing the game. She didn't make the mistake. She didn't make a mistake, I mean. Yes, everybody makes mistakes, but playing a game, playing that game, is not a mistake. She didn't do anything wrong that she needs to apologize for.
Bruh. Imagine being Silvervale and one of your supposed friends that you haven't talked to outside of work for months pops up into your stream.
I just thought of it, but this could be part of the reason why Silvervale left BSApricot when she was able to, because they did not help. They did not help her when she was being harassed and doxxed, and her so-called friends, or at least friend in this case, because I don't know what the others think about the whole fiasco with the Wizard game. But at least when it comes to this particular friend, that being Froot, she said that she didn't help. All she did was just give more fuel to the fire by saying that what Silvervale did was a mistake. So, and I'm curious about the other people, what they had said as well. Did any of them try to defend Silvervale at all? Did any of them try to defend without trying to word it in a way to where they're not trying to, how do I say it, trying to anger people, but just simply saying she did nothing wrong, not prefacing anything with saying that I support the LGBT, but you should stop harassing my friend, or she did nothing wrong. Did any of them say anything like that? And the reason why I say that is that if you're going to preface with saying that you support the LGBT community type thing, then to me that says that you're more concerned about the way you look to people than that makes me feel that you're more concerned about the way you look to the people that would be seeing your statement, and not then trying to get them to stop. You're just trying to say something to look nice, but you're really just trying to, you're just trying to look nice. You're not.
Chat just to make a snarky remark.
Things are not always what they seem on the internet or as a streamer. When someone says that they talk a lot, they probably actually don't talk a lot. I think a friend is someone that talks to you more than when it is convenient from a business standpoint. And
yep, and that's one way to describe what I was saying. I think Froot saw it as a good business decision to say that Silvervale made a mistake instead of being a friend and telling people to stop.
Talks to you more than once every 6 months? Are you and Mousy still friends? I don't know, man. What is a friend? Is it someone that doesn't talk to you for 7 months? I don't know.
Right.
And that's just a tip of the iceberg of the Harry Potter situation. On the 16th of February, Froot made a tweet about...
so I was right. The Harry Potter thing did go into the donation to Mermaid that she never made.
Donating $1 for every like that she gets to the LGBT organization called Mermaids. The UK organization is about advocating for trans youth, which is why it's connected to the Harry Potter situation. And on the next day, the 17th of February, Froot made a tweet about her twin brother.
She has a brother? I don't know anything about her family. I mean, from this controversy stuff, I just learned that she was married. But yeah, I don't know anything about all stuff.
Meaning the world to her and wanting to support mermaids because of him.
What? If you want to support him, you probably have more than enough money to pay for your brother's gender stuff. Whatever it would be.
Should be nice and all. Trans rights, right? Well, we can take a better look at her true nature thanks to her messages in this Discord server that she was previously in. An associate of mine invited me to one of the servers so I can see the evidence for myself.
Okay, cool.
And these other archive conversation screenshots from other people.
Right, because Aunt Hime said that she had stuff that she had gathered herself as well.
Oh wait, the wrong screenshot. She just said a cringe meme here. Aha! There we go. As you can see, she clearly made fun of trans people, especially her own brother that she quote-unquote supports.
That's mean. I mean, I have opinions when it comes to the whole trans stuff too, but I'm not going to be mean to anybody.
Other than her dropping trans slurs left and right, she also publicly said or dropped the N-word with a heart.
Well, when it comes to the N-word, I know that people feel that if you're not black, you shouldn't say it. My opinion when it comes to that is stupid, and the reason why it's stupid is because it is in popular media by black artists, and because of that, it makes no sense. It makes no sense. How do I say it? It makes no sense to say that you can't say that if you're not black, and also because it's in popular black culture, they have taken the world and it honestly has a different meaning now. Yes, it may have as far as I know, it had a bad beginning, but many words, as far as I know, had a bad beginning, like stupid or retarded. Those words had bad meanings, and meanings that were not the way that we use them. But with time, the meaning of those words changed, and well, we don't even know about the bad origin of those words. The same thing could be said about to an extent, the same thing could be said about the N-word. Imagine anybody who's 10 or 13 years old now who hears a song and who hears a song by a black artist and he keeps on saying the N-word over and over again, and they really like that artist. The little one will not understand the meaning behind the word, and he'll only know the meaning that it's being used in the song or the songs that he is listening to. I mean, so far, when I think of the way that people have used that word now, it seems like a synonym for homie or bro, which is probably not the original meaning of the word. I don't even know the original meaning of the word, but because of that, I don't think it needs to be looked at the same way that it was even just a few years ago. Because like I said, the black community has basically taken the word and turned it into something different, and then from there, other people will adopt that word and use it the way that the black community does now.
Are on this still available YouTube video.
This is what sums up our entire existence right here.
There's the possibility that she changed for the better, but people online and some of her previous friends have been bringing that old situation up. My 2 cents is she needs to get some balls and apologize.
Well, yeah, she needs to apologize or stand by what she says or clarify what she's saying, because like I said, I have opinions. I have strong opinions of the whole trans thing, but if you were to ask me if I hate trans people, I would say no. I do not hate trans people. I do not hate trans people at all, but I do have other strong opinions when it comes to all this trans stuff. But yeah, Froot needs to, as Aunt Hime says, grow some balls and say a definitive statement of how she feels when it comes to this trans issue.
And not just make her Twitter account private every time a tweet about one of her fuck-ups blows out of proportion, or mock the tweet replies.
Oh, sorry, I was going to pause. You can't just hide. You have to fight when you have to fight. You have to defend yourself. Although a lot of times there are people who try to defend themselves and they say the worst thing.
Anyways, to continue this part of the video, I think the situation doesn't get worse from here, right? I'm sorry, but I am not done with you yet, BSApricot Froot. Mermaids, right. The LGBT...
I don't know anything about mermaids, other than, well, it's a trans thing.
/trans affirming organization, Froot specifically picked, has been linked to pedophilia in the past, is clearly incompetent as an organization for having a massive data breach in June of 2019, where information of trans children got out, which is obviously a dangerous thing to happen. And
when it comes to one of the things is that I do not believe that all trans individuals or all LGBT individuals are pedophiles, unlike other people will say, but there are pedophiles within that community, either who are actually who are actually part of the community, or those who have invaded and use those identities or claim those identities as a way to shield themselves from doing stuff. But that is something that needs to be talked about, something that needs to be said. And with time, it seems like that kind of stuff is, well, how do I say it? It seems like with time, that stuff is going to tear the it's going to take apart the LGBT movement or whatever. So if you're within that community, you need to speak out and say that you don't want pedophilia type stuff within your community, because it's not going to give it a good name. And then the data breach that you mentioned, that's not a good thing, because there are very low in numbers, I believe, there are people who truly are hateful and bigoted towards LGBT individuals. Of course, at this point, I was going to say, excuse me. But of course, at this point, should I say point? Maybe I should say at this time, trans individuals are the ones who could be most looked at. I'm not quite for sure how to say it, but there are people, very low in numbers, I will say, but there are people who truly do want to get rid of trans individuals and other individuals of the different things. So, yes, it is not good that there was a data breach for that trans organization, because it did put those people in more danger than what they normally would be. Like I said, the reason why I word it that way is because the people that would actually do something harmful to those within the community are very low in number. Okay, I should stop talking about that.
They also apparently train children who are gender non-conforming tomboys, as an example.
Yeah. I might have something more to say.
To be transgender, mermaids tried to dispute the claim, but later on, the Department of Education removed them from its mental health and well-being resources for schools, which is just a massive red flag. Again, trans rights and all, but Froot could have...
That is something that I've heard about, and it does seem like that it is somewhat true, to where individuals who act more masculine or more feminine compared to what they are, they get brainwashed into being transgender when all they are is going through a phase, or maybe they're just a tomboy or a tomgirl, just somebody who is more masculine or feminine than what you would think of from looking at them from the outside, but not actually suffering with gender dysphoria.
Pick literally any other trans-affirming organization with less red flags.
Right.
And last but not least...
Oh, I didn't know that Nux-Taku was a part of this as well.
We got the Nux-Taku drama. For brevity's sake, he, along with the V-Shoujo talent members, became targets in a doxing attempt. Luckily, through coordination with...
I don't know if I've heard about the doxing of Nux-Taku
management. They were able to resolve this legally and peacefully. Nux-Taku afterwards made a video on what he did. Proud of their
I think I watched that video. I don't remember much about it though.
accomplishment. However, the V-Shoujo members did not approve of this video, since it
Yes, I do remember that.
apparently harms the talents by bringing
How does it harm them?
attention to the doxer. One of these I can't take it anymore. Quote-unquote talents was Froot, requesting Nux to take the video down.
No. There was no reason for him to take the video down. I mean, there's no reason for him to take the video down. I don't think he had.
Because of said reasons. Tune in next episode or upload as we delve deeper into Nux-Taku's controversy with V-Shoujo. And now Froot had to end up apologizing to him. You'll see why. Overall, BSApricot, or Froot for short, is a very problematic individual in both her real life and online career.
Yeah, she definitely made some bad mistakes.
Her actions affect everyone around her and can be used as a mirror or reflection on how incompetent of a talent company V-Shoujo can be.
Well, even though they're called a talent company, though more of like a licensing partnership type thing than an actual agency.
When it comes to their talents, Froot showcasing the worst of the worst in my humble opinion when it comes to them. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to like the video, and I hope to see you in the next episode of this V-Shoujo.
I wonder if Aunt Hime is going to make another one or not. Because this one, as far as I know, was taken down by Froot, and yeah. So I had to find a re-upload to do a reaction.
Documentary series where we will talk about what happened to Nux-Taku and of course V-Shoujo. Bye bye.
Alrighty, is that it?
On a side note, who the fuck is this bitch? Like seriously, she looks like me but purple. Fucking.
Wait, how much time is left? Oh my, there's so much. Okay, I guess there's a lot more to go through. I told you that this was like 40 minutes, and I didn't know that this was okay. So. Let's go with here.
Nux-Taku and of course, V-Shoujo. Bye-bye. On a side note, who the fuck is this bitch? Like seriously, she looks like me but purple. Fucking Okay, before we proceed with the outro, here's an interview call with one of Froot's former friends.
I don't know if I care to watch the interview part. Yeah. Let me skip some stuff around maybe and see if there's...
It's a guy who currently seems to be pretty close to Froot's previous love interest. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it, and now, play that interview.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to listen to the interview part. I'm sure that there's plenty of information that would be helpful, that would be informative when it comes to knowing stuff is going on. But when it comes to interview type stuff, I don't really normally care to watch that kind of content. So hopefully hopefully this is fine, and no, how do I say it? Excuse me. Hopefully my commentary was fine. The other thing I wanted to do is that I wanted to I was kind of curious if no, how do I say it? Right. She had claimed in her second video that this particular video, the documentary video that she made, would be that it's definitely within fair use. And with what I had seen, I do believe it. I do believe that it is within fair use. What clips were used as far as from the Sojo or Froot, I think they were very short and heavily edited if they were not edited. I mean, if they were used without editing. So I do think that she does. I do think that she does meet the meet the criteria of fair use. I do hope that she ends up making another documentary video, and from there I might try and do another reaction to that as well. I don't really know. Some of the normal stuff that people like to react to, I've already seen before, maybe even seen a few times of other people reacting to it, so I don't really know quite what to add, although I might try and still watch some of those videos and react to them, or commentary as well. So I don't really know much more to say, so if you like what you see, then make sure to subscribe to me here and like the video. And if you're curious about any of the other things that I do, then make sure to scan the QR code that I'll have somewhere in the video, somewhere by me, or you can click the first link in the description and that'll take you to my link tree, and then from there you can find some of the other places where I am. I do make 18+ content, so do not go to my hub channel if you are not old enough to do so. And so with that, I will say, regardless of the time of day that it is for you, either it being noon, morning, or night, I bid you adieu.